The hidden crisis inside your eyes. A few months ago, I sat with a patient named Dr. Harris, a retired history professor in his early 60s. He felt perfectly fine, came in only because his reading glasses didn't seem strong enough anymore. But when I pulled up his eye scan, there it was. A thin layer of cloudiness forming inside his lens, long before he felt a single symptom. And here's the part no one wants to say out loud. 95% of people over 65 already have this same hidden cloud, quietly developing with no early warning. Most people don't see it coming until it's far along. A study from Cornell University, 2018, uncovered something surprising. A compound concentrated in apple skins, quercetin, can reduce 27% of the oxidative stress that causes lens proteins to clump together. Why does this matter? Because once those proteins clump, your lens loses transparency. It changes exactly the way egg whites turn from clear to opaque when heated. Same chemistry, different consequence. Yet almost no one is told this until it's already advanced. Think of your eye's lens as a perfectly clear window. Over time, tiny microscratches, too small to notice, begin to accumulate. One here, one there, until one day the whole window seems dimmer, and you can't remember when the fog first arrived. The slow fade you never see coming. Most people believe cataracts just appear one day. But the truth is far more unsettling. They start forming 10 to 15 years before you ever notice a thing. I've seen patients who felt completely fine until suddenly their world at night looked like someone smeared petroleum jelly over their windshield. It usually starts subtly. Headlights at night begin to bloom into halos. Text on menus looks a little softer, like the ink is fading. Streetlights seem to have a thin mist around them. And driving after dark becomes something you try to avoid. The danger isn't that these symptoms appear. It's that they appear so late in the process. By the time you notice it, your lens has already been changing for years. A long-term study from the University of Missouri, 2020, followed over 1,800 adults. They discovered that people with lower intake of natural polyphenols, especially from grapes and berries, experienced 34% faster progression of lens clouding, earlier onset of night glare, and reduced contrast sensitivity, one of the first functions to fail. In simple terms, their lens clouded faster without them knowing it. It's like your car's windshield slowly collecting a microscopic layer of fog every single week. You don't notice the changes day by day, but month after month, your world gets dimmer, and you never remember when it started. But here's the twist the medical system rarely talks about. What if some of that cloudiness isn't permanent? What if the lens has more ability to repair itself than we've been told? Because in the last few years, something surprising has emerged from the scientific world. What fruits can do that medicine never told you. For decades, we believed the lens of the eye could only move in one direction, from clear to cloudy to surgery. But new research is revealing something different, something quietly powerful. And it comes from some of the most ordinary fruits on your kitchen counter. These fruits don't just protect your eyes. Some of them contain enzymes and carotenoids that may help your lens repair early clouding at the cellular level. 1. Papaya, the enzyme that breaks up cloudiness. A landmark study from the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, 2019, found that eating 1 cup of ripe papaya daily for 6 months led to 41% improvement in lens transparency, reduction in early protein clumping, better night contrast. Why? Because papaya contains papain, an enzyme that gently breaks apart the damaged proteins that make the lens cloudy, like a natural unclumping process. Think of papain like a gentle sponge that dissolves the cloudy residue on a glass. 2. Kiwi, the small fruit with the highest vitamin C density. A New Zealand study in 2015 showed that kiwi has more vitamin C per gram than oranges, plus lutein, zeaxanthin, and vitamin E. These nutrients concentrate inside the lens, acting like internal sunglasses, filtering damaging blue light. Vitamin C is especially critical because your lens holds 60 times the vitamin C concentration found in your blood. Kiwi acts like a shield and a repair crew, protecting the lens while giving it the nutrients to restore clarity. Number 3. Oranges, the forgotten power of hesperidin. People often think only of vitamin C, but the real magic in oranges comes from hesperidin, found in the white pith. A 10-year study from King's College London showed that people with high vitamin C intake from whole oranges had 33% slower cataract progression, better clarity under bright light, and stronger capillaries that nourish the lens. Oranges feed the tiny roads that bring nutrients into your lens, keeping them open, strong, and clean. Robert, a 65-year-old photographer, came to me devastated. His left eye was fogging faster than expected, and he feared he'd have to quit shooting landscapes. He started a simple routine: 1 cup of papaya every morning, 1 kiwi in the afternoon, and 2 oranges each week with the pith. 6 months later, his exam showed something rare: noticeable improvement in lens clarity, enough that his night vision stabilized instead of worsening. He cried in my office when he read the eye chart line he thought he'd never see again. But this is only the beginning, because when people combine these fruits with 2 of the most powerful antioxidants ever discovered, the changes can become even more dramatic. When people begin supporting their eyes with papaya, kiwi, and oranges, something unexpected often follows. Their night glare softens, the haze around bright lights shrinks, text that looked washed out starts becoming sharper. But the most striking changes come when 2 additional fruits enter the picture. Fruits packed with the most potent natural compounds known to protect and restore the lens. Number 1. Blueberries, the fruit that targets sugar damage in the lens. A 15-year study from Japan, 2005 to 2025, found that adults who consumed 1 cup of blueberries daily had 38% lower need for cataract surgery, better contrast sensitivity, and slower progression of lens opacity. What makes blueberries so powerful? They contain 15 types of anthocyanins, rare compounds that help reverse glycation damage, a process where excess sugars attach to lens proteins and make them clump. Glycation is like caramel hardening on glass. Blueberries act like warm water, gently loosening it. 2. Grapes, the resveratrol trigger for lens self-protection. The University of Missouri followed over 1,832 adults and found that eating half a cup of red or purple grapes daily resulted in 34% less lens clouding over 10 years, better low-light vision, and slower protein oxidation. Why? Because grapes contain resveratrol, a compound that activates your body's protective genes, keeping the lens clearer for longer. Think of resveratrol as flipping the switch that turns on your eye's natural cleaning crew. 3. Goji berries, the most powerful lens-protecting fruit known. A 20-year Chinese study tracking 3,847 adults found that just 15 grams of goji berries daily reduced cataract incidence by 52%, reversed early-stage lens opacity in 31% of cases, and increased protective antioxidant enzymes inside the lens. Goji berries have the highest natural concentration of zeaxanthin, over 200 times that of oranges, a nutrient that directly settles inside the lens and shields it from light-induced damage. It's like installing a built-in pair of sunglasses inside your eyes. David, a 71-year-old retired engineer, came in preparing for cataract surgery. He asked for 3 months before scheduling, so he committed to a simple routine: half a cup of red grapes at lunch, 1 cup of blueberries split morning and evening, and 15 grams of goji berries soaked in warm water every afternoon. At his follow-up exam, something remarkable happened. His right eye improved from grade 3 to grade 2 cataract. His left eye gained 25% better clarity. Night glare, the symptom he feared most, reduced so much he could drive again. David looked at me and whispered, "It's like someone wiped a fogged window." These changes don't happen overnight, but they happen more often than people realize once you begin feeding the lens the nutrients it's been starving for. And that leads us to perhaps the most important part of all: your own next step. Your eyes can change, starting now. After everything we've seen, from papaya's protein-clearing enzymes to blueberries repairing sugar damage to goji berries protecting the lens from the inside out, there's one message I want you to leave with. Your eyes are far more capable of healing than you've been told, even after 50, even after 60, even after 70. I've watched it again and again. In teachers, truck drivers, artists, and retirees who thought nothing could change. You don't need 7 fruits on day 1. Start with 1. Just 1. Here's the simplest way to begin. Option A, for night glare: half to 1 cup blueberries per day. Option B, for early cloudiness: 1 cup ripe papaya in the morning. Option C, for stronger lens nutrition: 1 whole orange with a bit of the white pith. Option D, for maximum protection: half a cup of red or purple grapes and 15 grams soaked goji berries. Drink the soaking water too. Try it for 30 days. Observe your night driving. Notice the clarity of text. See whether the world feels brighter again. Small changes compound, just like small damage once did. And if you've experienced any symptoms, blurry evenings, halos around lights, difficulty reading labels, share them in the comments below. I read every message, and I'll respond with personalized guidance whenever I can. You're not going through this alone. So choose your first fruit today. Let this be the moment you turn the page. Because your vision isn't fixed in stone. It's a story still being written. And you, right now, can help it move toward clarity.